Welcome to the Fall 2018 Shipman-Goodwin CCSU Elevator Pitch Competition. So we're glad you've all come tonight, and there will be more students who come in after their 7 o'clock, 7:10 class ending. So we expect about 40 people to pitch tonight. It's going to be a fun night, we hope, and I see you all have found the food. So how this is going to work is that we're going to have you, Dr. Barry over here will call the name of the person on the list. You've got the list in front of you. We're going to ask you to score along with the judges. It's one of the little research things we're doing. Do you score the same way the judges do? So you can also see when you're in line to pitch. And he'll give you the heads up. We're going to have a timer up on the screen here. You get 1 minute. And when the timer hits 1 minute, you can finish the sentence you're speaking. That's not a German sentence, one of those things that goes for a whole page, but a normal English sentence. And that'll be the end of the pitch. And tonight we're going to have one, maybe two short questions from the judges. So when you're done giving your pitch, you're probably going to want to pay attention to them. Now, a couple of things about the microphone. If you're got a big voice, you can probably be back here, but even this is not so great. So if you got a big voice, this is a good distance. If you got a small voice, you want to get up here. In show business, I think they call it lipstick on the microphone. Okay. So you want to do that, and I think if the judges are asking you questions, you probably want to turn this around and be able to address them when they ask the questions, and then just kind of turn it back so we're pitching to the room, or maybe we'll just put it at a little angle anyway. So let me introduce our judges. We are always really fortunate to have great supporters here, and I'm going to start with Shipman-Goodwin. We have Nina Pels-Fascia, an associate at Shipman-Goodwin. Shipman-Goodwin provides the prize money. They're the ones who really got us started with this, 12 years ago. I happened to be at a meeting with a partner where they were talking about how to get more students interested, and the partner, John Kreitler, said, I'll give $500 for prizes if anybody will do it. And I just kind of shot my hand up, and then we've been doing it every semester since then. So Nina, thank you, and tell all your partners and friends there, Don and everyone, how much we appreciate this.
I will, thank you.
Next to her is Rob Zelanka. Rob is a senior manager doing, I guess, in the supply chain part of United Technologies. He's had a business before, and he's busy trying to generate entrepreneurial activity in Hartford. So this is his first time here as a judge with us, and we're glad to have him here. Next to him is Macadori Lipscomb. Macadori is got his executive coaching firm, but he's been a partner in a VC firm. He was a partner at Accenture. He was a partner in a cable television firm, and he actually had a career in politics at one point. So Macadori is always a great guy to have with us. Thank you so much. And another new judge for us, a new member of our Business Advisory Board, is Karen Bettledge. Karen owns a development company here in the Northeast where they're developing a concept that's there's 700 plus units across the country here in the Northeast in New York. She has 70 under development, a couple of she owns. These are the European Wax Centers, so if anybody needs some hair removal, talk to her afterwards. But we're really, really so delighted. Karen also had a business before that, maybe several businesses. She's a very experienced entrepreneur, and we're really excited to have her associated with the school. So with that, I think we should get going. Okay, so Greg, why don't you call the next person? I'm going to get the timer up.
1, 2. Okay. So whenever.
You start, I'll get the timer once you start.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Javon Evans. I'm a senior studying management at CCSU. Today, what I have for you is a business venture that utilizes modern technology and the social infrastructure of my current generation to fulfill a need that is regularly increasing. Have you ever been at a party or an event and you were losing your buzz, but you didn't want to go on an alcohol run and nobody was available to do it? With Boozy Bar Car, you won't have to. My product will cater to individuals who are typically college-age students, age 21 and older, who are attending a party or social gathering. Many times people run out of alcohol, but they don't want to stop their festivities, so they will be able to deliver the alcohol to people that are legally eligible within a certain radius of the carrier/indirect vendors. Competition is almost non-existent, seeing as very few companies have ventured into this kind of territory as of yet. I will develop the application necessary for the business using talented people who believe in this vision and are well-versed in app creation. My team requires $550,000 as initial investment for a stake in this venture. The cost will be development, employee wages, as well as legal consultation. The first milestone that I wish to reach is development and creation of the app and testing in the control locale to ascertain the viability of expansion.
The judges have a question, or?
What was the name?
Boozy Bar Car.
Boozy Bar Car?
Yeah, Boozy Bar Car.
And how do you make money?
Basically, if there's an event going on, and if people run out of alcohol or some kind of like beverage that they want delivered, if it's within a certain radius, there's going to be like vendors going around, and if they're legally eligible, they have to show like identification that's like state provided, or else they can't get it. So it's like, think of Uber, but think of Uber for like booze.
Okay, Uber for booze.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Is Omar here? Not yet. Okay. Tori McBride, Brian.
Tori McBride, number 5.
Hi, I'm Tori McBrien. So the outdoor recreation industry in Connecticut generates about $9 billion a year, and from 58% of Connecticut residents. To meet the demand for a new outdoor recreation activity, we propose a new industry, tree climbing. I'm sorry, I'm so nervous. Sorry, I don't want to do this.
Good start. That's a good start. Should we go again?
Is this a good distance, or am I too loud? Okay, just want to be sure. All right. Hi, everyone. I am Meg Real from Unreal Adventures, an outdoor adventure company. So picture it. You're down at the beach. You're a little kid again. Your mom is calling you, telling you to come back. It sucks, right? So as adults, I feel like that we've all lost our sense of adventure. So at Unreal Adventures, I want to bring that back to you guys. So with our zipline courses, rope course challenges, and many, many other activities that you guys can do for everyone in the family, you guys can live like you're a kid again. Fight the dragons, climb to the top of the castle to get the prince or princess, whichever you prefer. And at Unreal Adventures, I now want to give you your own Unreal Adventures, as someone who has many years of experience in the amusement industry. Now, come take an Unreal Adventure with me. That's it.
One question.
Yes.
Do you have an idea how much this park would cost to build?
Startup would probably be around $1 million, mostly because it does require a lot of mechanical work, requirements, and regulations that you need to follow. So one, researching that, you need special, for zip lining, the rope course challenges, you need special ropes, special cables, special harnesses, all that I do have experience in and stuff that am very familiar with. So it is pricey, and eventually to work up to a virtual reality zipline course. So then you could really actually face your dragons.
All right. You're Catherine?
Yes, I'm Catherine. Am I good here?
Yeah.
A little closer.
Hi, my name is Catherine Ravucci of Joe's Yellow Submachine. We are a gourmet food truck out of Coventry, Connecticut. About 7 years ago, my uncle began creating these a variety of sauces to accompany our tacos and burritos. As the years have gone by, our sauces have become almost more popular than our food. We get requests all the time for people to purchase it to bring home. We are looking for $12,500 to, as an initial investment, to begin bottling our sauce to distribute to, hopefully, to local grocery stores in Connecticut. What makes our sauce different from commercially available sauces is it is handmade. There's only about 10 ingredients, and what makes it really special is my uncle. He is a chef with 35 years of high-end restaurant experience, including 20 owning a restaurant, and we've got 6 varieties of sauces. I would really like to for you to try them and sit down with you. Thank you. This
Oh.
is Joe's favorite sauce. It's our hot habanero. And,
So I think you have a question?
Yeah, are you bottling, are you bottling this yourself now? Or who's bottling it?
no one's bottling it. It's not for sale right now.
Oh, it's not, okay.
I made this myself last night.
Oh, nice, okay. Do you have any idea of the cost?
The cost to make it, we made about 1 quart for $6 using grocery store ingredients, so it would be less if we went to restaurant supply. We would just need money for the bottling because we actually have access to an industrial kitchen. So there's some cost we already have and some that we have a lot more of.
Okay, I may have a good connection for you.
Thank you.
It's very good. I liked it a lot. Yes. Jasmine Ravucci.
Testing. All right. Good evening. My name is Jasmine Rodriguez, and my company is Xena Labs. Many people wear makeup, specifically a base, their foundation, but many of these people struggle to find their perfect foundation shade, and the frustration is sometimes not worth it for them. Imagine a one-bottle solution where it starts off white, and while blending it into your skin, its encapsulated pigments burst open to adjust to your skin tone. The perfect shade, no searching from 40 different colors. Not one cosmetics company has ever been all-inclusive with color. We at Xena Labs are disrupting the beauty industry. Our target market are those 25 to 55 who don't have time to spend all day trying to find a color they think looks right. They want something right away and with a perfect outcome. With a $60,000 investment, Xena Labs can be up and running in 18 months. We are Xena Labs, where everyone finds their true colors.
This was Jocelyn, number 9. Xena Labs.
Yes.
Do you really have that product, or this is just an idea?
Well, the investment is for the chemists, but it'll come along.
Okay, good.
Anything else?
Do you think it's possible for the chemists to come up with this formula?
Yes, definitely. My competitors have just about the same thing, but they have them in 5 different variations of colors. I just want the one bottle to match everyone.
Okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's
Okay, is this good? All right. Hi, my name is Brittany. In today's fast-paced world, rejuvenation and relaxation are extremely hard to come by. In 2010, the American Psychological Association reported that approximately 44% of Americans experience moderate to high stress levels on a regular basis. And while it's widely known that stress is detrimental to your health, there is no common, effective, and affordable way to minimize it in our daily lives. That's where the Rejuvenation and Relaxation Room comes into play. For a low monthly membership fee, guests can have access to the extensive services available at any of the RRR locations. I'm looking for $100,000 for an equity stake in my company, and with tiered membership rates, there's a relaxing option for every budget. With my idea, relaxation and rejuvenation are well within reach.
Just a question, what is one of the specific services offered as part of
Okay,
this
so I
package?
had those in the pitch, but then I went over a minute in class, so I took them out. So there's basically, it's like a spa and like a day spa, and then just like other like meditation classes. I was thinking about like a Buddha board room, which is like a paint. I don't know if you know what they are. They sell them at Barnes & Noble. You like paint on it with water and it like goes away. Those are for stress relief. Meditation rooms. I was looking into nap pods because those are becoming a thing in the city now. The only thing with those is they're hard to like convince people that they're actually clean. So that would be something that we would have to look into, but it's mostly a day spa, and with your membership fee, like the tier rates, the lowest tier would get 1 included spa service, the middle tier would get 2, and the top tier would get 3, and then you can like purchase additional ones on top of your membership rate.
So this is all within one confined space?
Yeah,
Okay.
one building.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Brittany King? Number 18, Richard Dusky.
I'm ready to go. Good night, or good afternoon, everyone. Are you guys a fan of breakfast foods? Do you want local diner-style quality without the wait? Welcome to Rich's Breakfast Dishes, a food truck available for any event, large or small. My name is Rich, and I've been cooking in breakfast places since I was 16 years old. During this time, I've crafted many of my own signature dishes that have gone on to become menu items in these restaurants. The truck will feature traditional breakfast foods and my own signature dishes, each of which is highly customizable to give customers their chance to put their own personal touch. The food truck industry has been continuously growing since 2008 and is expected to keep growing due to popularity among younger crowds, lower operating costs compared to traditional restaurants. I'm looking for a loan of $15,000 to help get this opportunity on the road. Our financial analysis is showing that we're expected to turn a profit in the first year and continue to keep growing with the industry. So now is the time to jump in.
What's one of your signature dishes?
I like to call it hash brown omelet. It's basically you take hash browns, like the shredded hash browns, and you fry them in a pan, and then you add eggs, cheese, and sausage. And when it's done right, it's delicious.
That sounds good. Thank you.
All right, great, thanks.
Hello. Good to go? Awesome. Hi, my name is Zachary McMinigo, and I'm a business management student here at Central. Did you know that Warren Buffett has nearly 20% of his investment portfolio in the food industry? I'm here to tell you exactly why. With my 3 years of management experience in the quick serve food industry, I have no doubt that my all-natural, organic, and allergy-friendly smoothie bar will be a success. The Groovy Smoothie will sell high-protein shakes, vitamin and immune system boosting smoothies, and acai bowls for a healthy meal alternative. The price point is between $8 and $10 for any size drink up to 32 ounces. That's a 150% markup across the board. And all of our menu items come in recycled, eco-friendly packaging. We'll have small storefronts and high foot traffic locations that result in lower operating costs than our competitors. And this idea is completely franchisable. It's easily replicated and can be run seasonally or year-round with low startup costs for franchisees. I'm looking for an equity partner to get the flagship store up and running. So what do you say? Are you feeling groovy? Thank you.
Who would you say your closest competition would be in this market?
Probably like Emerald City Smoothie, things like that, Nirvana Smoothie, a bunch of small chains. There's really no big competitor, like chain competitor.
Have you heard of Fresh Monkey?
I have heard, yeah, that'd be another one.
She's got a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the groovy smoothie.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Cole Meckenster, and I am co-owner of the business Hassle-Free Assemblers. One of our biggest sports equipment installations we provide our customers are in-ground basketball units. I have found that lifting the large plexiglass backboards, measuring 6 feet in length and weighing just under 200 pounds, are difficult to carry and need plenty of muscle and manpower to lift. To help save money and make for a more efficient and precise job, I created the Sports Utility Crane by HFA. Constructed out of high-grade aluminum, pulleys, crank, and cable, the Sports Utility Crane attaches to the tow hitch of any vehicle. This unit takes on all the weight 2 people would be used to carrying without any assistance. What was once a 3-man job can now be single-handedly completed in half the time it used to take. I am looking for $20,000 in seed money to start official production and distribution of the Sports Utility Crane by Hassle-Free Assemblers. Thank you.
Do you have any plans for IP protection on this crane?
Right now, the Hassle-Free Assemblers business is my stepfather's business. This is a kind of a prototype that was formed out of a structure, like kind of like a deer stand that you attach to the back of a truck, kind of. But instead of a crane, like a hook, I believe, it's a mount that grips the backboard and holds it in place. And for production, if the prototype works well, which it has, it would be wise and smart to put into full production. Yeah. Sorry, it's just freaking out.
Good.
Great.
Can you lift a motor with it?
Right now, because it's so high, since the hoops, they reach heights of, when lowered rather, heights of 12 feet, it is extended to the top. The deer mount rather is extended 3 to 4 feet taller than it is actually. So the weight it can carry is just about 250 pounds as of now, but through further, development, exactly. I could definitely see it holding a motor rather. Thank you.
Have you ever dreaded your daily, weekly, or monthly trip to the grocery store? Could you think of other ways to spend your time doing something you really enjoy? Or have you ever spent more time and money at the store than you intended? Let mobile markets take the stress away from grocery shopping. Keep more money in your wallet and free up your time for other more important activities in your life. Mobile Markets is a delivery service mainly focused on the purchase and delivery of groceries. Simply create a list on our app by picking products from any grocery store, then choose a day and time you would like your groceries delivered. Lastly, pay for everything directly on the app. Mobile Market's plan to differentiate itself from the competition is to offer drone deliveries for people who would like to shop at stores not in their neighborhood or would like their groceries delivered quicker than it would take to drive them there. Mobile Market's plan for the future to expand and grow their business is to offer a shopping and delivery service for clothing stores. I am seeking $20,000 in seed funding to turn this concept into a business.
So how do you compete with Stop and Shop and their delivery services and all those guys and Amazon?
Well, Stop and Shop is just for, Peapod is just for that one store, so this would be for any store you would want to shop at, including stores not like in your local neighborhood.
So a human would go pick up the order and then put it onto a drone that would deliver it?
For places that are not near you. If it's near you, then you could drive it there. I was thinking it's more for like less populated areas, the drone service.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
When you start. You start.
Oh, go. Okay. Hi. My name's Elizabeth. So how many of you, especially as college students, find yourself really scatterbrained when it comes to everything you have to remember and everything that you have to do? Yeah. So I've created an app called Task Friendly, and it allows you to have everything you need in one place. So Task Friendly allows you to have your bank information, your work schedule, school schedule, and other tasks you have to complete all in one place. So it will remind you if you have an upcoming automatic payment in your bank account so you don't overdraft. It'll let you know if your balance is low. It can also remind you of upcoming assignments or things you have to do by a certain time. It can also take your work schedule into consideration and let you know the best time for you to get things done. So I hope you'll join me on the organizational journey. Thank you. Questions?
Are you a developer and you do your own coding?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. No. Okay.
I have a quick question. Logistically, how does it work? Do the students have to manually input everything and then the app sort of organizes it for you, or is there some sort of automatic processing?
Well, I wanted it to be like you can just, instead of typing it in, like you can like take a picture of your work schedule or your school schedule and it'll just like somehow input that in. Just haven't worked it out yet.
By coding.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nick is the right in?
Wait,
Yeah, just write my name in. Nick. We good to go?
Nick, you got a last name?
Yeah, Talbot, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, ready? Do you hate burning your mouth? Is your soup always a little too hot or a little too cold? Hi, my name is Nick, and this is something that I've been struggling with my whole entire life. I believe in empowering the ear, okay? And I'm here to fix this outdated way of eating. Now introducing the Savvy Spoon. This spoon instantly sets your food at the exact temperature of your liking. This spoon can heat or cool any food in the matter of seconds. Forget about what you thought you knew in the bedroom. The Savvy Spoon will change everything you know about spooning.
I'll take 4.
Any questions?
How do you make money?
By selling this.
What do you sell it for? How much do you sell it for?
You eat, retail $10.
What does it cost to produce it?
It's about $8.
Okay.
You good?
And the technology's not done yet.
No, it's done.
It's done.
Oh, it's done, all right.
Okay.
So it cools your food for you and
Cools
heats it?
or heats it, whatever you need.
Is there a button you push on it or something to heat or cool, or what do you do?
Well, it automatically knows, like, you know what a Fitbit is, right? It's like it knows, like, the motions. It's sort of like that, where it knows, like, the motions of, like, you know, the scoop, the follow through. It's all on the wrist. So, yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
It's a Fitbit spoon that's smart enough to change the temperature in whatever you're eating?
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty much.
thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
So I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to follow that, but I'll give it a try anyway. So I was reading an article the other day, and it said it did a postmortem of 100 different failed startups, and they found the most common reason for this was either bad management, bad finances, or there was simply no need for the product or service in the first place. Now, if you as investors had invested in one of these companies, you would have lost your money. This is why I created Angel. It's a platform that matches investors with entrepreneurs. Think of it like a dating site, but for startups. But it doesn't stop there. You see, at Angel, we have teams of finance, business, marketing, and legal professionals that comb through everything from the finances of the business to the people running it to try to put the odds back in your favor. So stop gambling and start succeeding with Angel.
Are you Sean?
Yes.
Have you heard of angel investors?
Yes.
How about Gust?
No.
Gust is a platform developed by the former chairman of New York Angels, which is the largest angel club in the world. And he's probably spent $50 million to try to get it to work, and has more than 1,000 entrepreneurs and investors on it. GUST. You may want to look at that as a model for something to think about.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a great idea. People are doing it, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Richard Diaz, yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Richard Diaz. The product I have for you guys today is something to solve a similar problem that we all face. Do you know anyone that struggles to get up in the morning? Or maybe someone that's scared of the dark? Well, my product is going to change all that. But the product is the Closer 3000. What it is, it's a eco-friendly, solar-powered, automated blinds. So it basically what it does is, in the morning, whatever time you want to wake up, you set it, and it's going to automatically go up. And the same thing for when it's time to go to sleep, does it too. And then the other part has LED lights built in, so if you're scared of the dark, or someone is scared of the dark, it lights up whatever you want it to light up. So basically, if you want a smiley face, if you want a picture of yourself, whatever it is, it does it. And then if you don't want it to go up at a certain time, you can always just do it when you wake up with the push of a button. That's my product.
Very cool.
Any questions?
Is this a product that's not out there in the market right now?
Yeah, this one's not out there. Okay. This one is up and coming, but it's a totally fictional product as of right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions?
There is a product, at least in
Is it?
Europe. There is a product in Europe that will open and close your blinds on a set timer. I don't know if it's solar based, but it's on a set timer. So I don't know the name of it, but I know they have it.
All right.
It might be something to research. It's in Holland, at least, Jeff.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Any other ones?
That's it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey.
How you guys doing? Sorry, I ran a little late from work today. Gotta catch my breath. Okay. So, with skyrocketing home heating oil prices, Connecticut residents are moving to alternatives. Many residents have switched to more classic forms of heating for their homes in the winter, such as wood-burning stoves. Wood-burning stoves offer a cheaper alternative to oil that can heat your home with just the same efficiency without the financial burden as oil. Even though the financial costs of wood-burning stove are much lower, you still have to pay it forward through your time, effort, and energy. It takes time to split wood, stack it, and to find enough space to store it so you have wood throughout your entire winter. That's where natural home heating comes in. We offer pre-bagged half cords and full cords of chopped, dried firewood delivered to your home throughout the winter. With our efficient bagging process, we can deliver wood to your home without the hassle of stacking and splitting. Our bags keep the wood stacked nice and neat for you for when you need it. Our ordering system means that you do not require the necessary room for multiple cords of loosely stacked wood. Let natural home heating take the hassle and expense and time out of your heating your home this winter. Thank you. As an example, I bought our bag, so this would be what our bag looks like for our half cords. A half cord of wood is 2,000 pounds. So this bag will mount onto a forklift that will be delivered to your home full of wood. This would be what, like I said, our half cords. Our full cord of wood, which is 4,000 pounds, comes in a little bit bigger version bag of this. In this bag, what we do is we put a piece of silage film on top, which keeps the weather and the elements away. So as a homeowner goes ahead and uses through the wood throughout their winter, the bag then slowly goes ahead and drops down. This bag is meant to be rip resistant, so with its full weight, you could take a razor blade and still slice it, and it will not let the wood fall out. So a customer doesn't have to worry about running the risk of wood poking through or it coming down on top of them. This is a special order product that we're right now getting shipped in from Austria. This is probably the most expensive aspect of the entire unit. We are currently working on bringing this home. We're working with a manufacturer up in Winstead to see if we can manufacture it this year. The current only problem that we're having is see whether or not there's patents on this specific design. As of right now, to my research and to the research with the manufacturer that I'm working with, there aren't any current U.S. patents. So that would be something that we're trying to get on top of ahead of schedule.
How much does it cost to produce that?
So, full thing produced is about $175 for a full cord. For the half cord, it's a little less. It's about $150. Our retail price is between $350 and $325. And really what you're paying for is the convenience factor. This comes pre-stacked. A lot of times, if any of you guys have wood-burning fireplaces or wood-burning stoves in your house, the way that it works is you call your local farmer or Joe Schmo or whoever owns your local tree removal company, and they just dump a whole big pile of wood in your front yard. And you as the homeowner have to go out there and stack each individual log and get yourself set up for the winter. This way here, we've set it up so it's more of a subscription service. You subscribe and you get, first time around, you try to gauge how much wood you think you'd use, and we try to work with you to build that up. For future years, we then set it up as a set subscription based on how much wood you use and the temperatures on the previous winter. And that's what we set up as your subscription for your deliveries. What we do is we have a truck and moffett show up, which is usually what you'd see for most lumber companies. It's a forklift on the back of a flatbed truck. Forklift comes, hooks up onto this, pulls into your yard wherever you'd like the wood to be stored or stacked. It then drops the bag, and you're good to go.
Thank you, Jordan.
No problem.
Emily's here? Yeah.
This is Emily Norton, number 33.
Can you hear me? Being a caregiver is hard. Caregivers across America provide roughly $4 billion every year in unpaid labor toward older family members. My name is Emily Norton. Let me help you save over $2,000 a year while ensuring the safety and independence of your loved one with Alzheimer's disease or dementia. A person with Alzheimer's or dementia may experience multiple dangerous symptoms of their disease, some of which can jeopardize their independence. A watchful eye is a camera device that works directly with your phone or computer to ensure the safety and comfort of mom or dad by monitoring their actions and symptoms. You can directly intervene when your loved one is experiencing an uncomfortable symptom by changing the room temperature, playing music or TV, turning lights on and off,
and contacting emergency services. This device also has an added sound feature that lets you speak with your loved one from anywhere in real time. Sustaining independence is our goal, and aging in place is your loved ones. We see eye to eye with a watchful eye. Thank you. Questions?
Very good. It sounds like you'll be integrating a lot of different products that are off the shelf today to
Right.
form a system, right?
So what we would do is create an app that the user can use. It would be a caregiver, like a child or a nephew or niece. They would take an intake survey that they would check off any symptoms that this person is living with, any disturbances, because a person with dementia or Alzheimer's can have very risky, behaviors that can affect their living independently. And a lot of people are being put in assisted living solely based on the fact that they can't watch them 24/7. They're not necessarily needing that dependence, but this device would help them keep their independence while the caregiver has more peace of mind that they know that something isn't risking them. It sends them a notification if they're put in a hotspot. You can list hotspots on the app, and it just basically anything you tick off, they warn you if they see that action in the person, so you can take further steps.
How would you market this?
So it's a small market size, but as the baby boomer generation grows and they age, it's going to go from 46 million older adults today to over 100 million by 2050. Starting marketing would be in anywhere that the caregiver takes that their parent, the person that they're caregiving for, in private practice. It could be in caregiving support groups, all through the Alzheimer's Association. Really anywhere that they can advertise, get the advertising out to the caregiver specifically.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I want everyone to imagine a situation. Imagine you walk into an interview of your dream job, and everything's going well. It's a nice day outside. You're talking to the interviewer, interviewer, nice conversation. Then all of a sudden, they ask you about your 10 past internship experiences, and you can only remember 9 of them. So now, out of frustration, you start rubbing your eye, and now before you know it, your lenses are completely smudged. And I don't know about you, but I can't see the best. So without my glasses, I would be struggling to see my interviewer straight in the face. So consequently, I would then be taking a bathroom trip, and you'd probably be doing the same. And 64% of us would have this problem, assuming we rubbed our eye in an interview. So my product idea is to implement a pocket-sized glasses cleaner with an electric motor. It would be the first of its kind. It would have a double-sided carbon brush. So it would clean both sides of the lens at once. And the other thing that would be great about this product is that it would be affordable. You could slip it in your pocket. It wouldn't make much noise, completely rechargeable, and that's my product idea. And it would let you to get back to what you were doing sooner and seal the deal. Any questions?
How come you selected the carbon brush as part of the product?
So I had done some research on some competitive types of models that are manual, and I noticed that carbon, I meant to mention it in my presentation, but using a carbon brush, you're going to be limiting abrasion. And I found that with my glasses I wear, I typically use, whatever's on hand, for cleaning the lenses, but oftentimes it leaves marks behind, and it can become a real problem seeing out of the lens. You can't get them, cleaned precisely, and then ultimately you're going to be replacing those lenses faster than you might otherwise need to. So I find that within a year, sometimes I have marks all over my glass, lenses, and it's a problem. So by using a carbon brush, it would be very gentle, almost like a street sweeper. I'd also been thinking of the product to add a small water tank, actually, so that you would be essentially squirting a very small amount of water on both sides of the lens, then using the carbon brushes, they'd be spinning, rotating, and very precisely clean the lens in seconds. So.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Duke Large.
Followed by
Hi, my name is Christopher Miles, and I am part of a family-owned business called 4M Capital, which we invest in real estate using private money. And so what we do is we're family-owned, and we've been running for 12 years now, and we invest in commercial real estate. And what we look for is properties with the right thing wrong with it. A lot of times there will be properties that have poor management. There's burnt out owners. The place just runs into the ground. And so what we do is we go in there, we perform micro repositioning, and we get the property up and running, and then later down the road, usually 4 or 5 years, we sell for a profit. So the company that we have is vertically integrated. We have our construction company and a property management company. That is all part of our team. We have have a lot of investors that want to earn more money on IRAs and 401ks than they typically would in regular investments. And if you know anybody that would like a great deal, give me a call.
Houses or commercial buildings?
Commercial multifamily apartment buildings.
Apartment buildings, so like
It's like 100 plus.
100 plus
usually.
units.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's all in up and coming areas of the country.
All over the country.
Yep. Where jobs are coming in, and where there's a lot of money being invested in the infrastructure, such as down in Atlanta's that's a property or an area that we're in right now, and places like Illinois and Ohio are actually experiencing a lot of growth and money being put into their communities to try to get them up and try to get more of like middle class areas. Any other questions?
Thanks.
Great. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you.
There's now a new way to invest and make money in the future. Introducing the money machine. With the money machine, you can use it to make all your transactions. You can use it for a credit card, or you can use it for a debit card or cash. So you might as well take all your cash from your wallet and just throw it away, and all your cards, just get rid of it. Or a better idea, you can use it to invest it into your money machine account. Because with a money machine account, you can invest in mutual funds, stocks, bonds, and it'll give you alerts on your phone which mutual funds to invest in at the moment to give you the better chance of getting money in the long run, investing more money. You can also use it as a credit card to help you build credit in the future. So it gives you more credit than it would using a credit card. So buy one today for $47.98, and it'll give you a good chance of getting money in the long run.
Is this a phone application?
Yeah, it's a phone app. You go put it through your phone, and you can use it wherever you are at any time. It's like use it instead of cash, and so because a lot of times I lose like my credit card, my debit card, so it's kind of more convenient. It gives you like a more convenient way to pay for stuff and keep track of all your bills, and gives you a chance to invest money in mutual funds and stocks too if you're interested in that. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, so how many of you guys have ever struggled to write an essay? Wish you could just pay somebody to do it for you. Well, it's true. These services, they already exist on the market, but there's a simple issue. They're really expensive. It's like $200 to $500 for an essay, and most of the college kids I know, they're broke. So how is my product any different? Well, I have 0 down and 0 credit financing. So this gives the students summer and winter to work so that way they can pay off their loan. So it's pretty simple. Students upload their student ID, we confirm their enrollment. Then what we do is they sign a contract agreeing that if they default on their loan, we contact the dean of their college. This ensures a next to 0% default rate. So, who's interested?
So is this not against school policy?
Yeah. I was pretty worried about that.
Okay.
But then I figured, how is it any different than like not paying your car loan and getting your car repossessed, or not paying your mortgage and getting your house taken away? So, just a business idea. Interested?
No, it's not the paying part, it's the writing the essay part. Is that allowed? You can have somebody write your essays for you?
There's tons of services on the market.
Is that allowed?
If you get caught, you get an F.
And you default on what you paid for.
Yeah, that's the.
Hey, people have been stealing, cheating, and exploiting for years. I'm just trying to capitalize on it.
That's the most honest statement tonight.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
And you're gonna be cheaper.
Or president.
Well, I'm gonna be more expensive, but you're gonna be able to finance. So.
Thank you.
I might need a minute there. Paul, can we get another round of applause for Paul? The guy's a godsend. All right. That's Jet. All right. Am I good here?
Yeah, go.
Thank God. My name is Austin Sapienti, and I'd like to take the next 55 seconds to tell you why the next bastion of the American dream is here today. And we're going to start off with a simple industry. Is anybody familiar with Gibson and Fender? They're two of the biggest electronic guitar manufacturers in the United States and been doing business for a combined 200 years. In recent years, they've been failing, with over $100 million in debt each. Why are these bastions of the American dream failing in front of our very eyes? Because of a lack of innovation. The guitar industry hasn't changed in over 100 years. And I'm proposing the next big American guitar company. Wiseworks Guitars will bring the first modular guitar system to the mass market, including pickup changes, neck changes, body changes, and everything else. I would love to talk more about it, but unfortunately I'm out of time. So if you would like to sit down with me over candlelit dinner, I'll bring my guitar. You guys can bring your checkbooks. Fire away.
So can you give us an example of a concrete change that you think is going to work and make you money?
Okay, so what I'm mainly marketing this towards is multi-instrumentalists, studios, and larger productions such as Broadway musicals that use live instrumentation. The concept that I have is a neck-through design that goes all the way through the body that contains all your electronics. What you can do is remove the neck and slide it out and replace it with a different one. So if you're a multi-instrumentalist in the studio, you don't have to go get your other guitar. It'll save you time. You'll switch out from a 6-string and switch over to your bass guitar. There's no unplugging, there's no straps involved, and it's very, very low maintenance.
Does it affect the quality of the sound at all?
Absolutely not. So what we're designing here is something that's effective on its own. There's a market for these headless guitars, which is basically the same design that I have, where it's just 2 pickups, control knobs, and it's a flat surface. The concept of tone wood has been highly debated, but in my personal opinion, it won't affect sound at all. What I'm implementing is an aesthetic change on the outsides of the guitar with the main module still being present. So you'll be able to play it through the main module as well, but the outsides will give great design potential, a good, better, best model can be implemented from it, and most importantly, the consumer can customize it without having to pay custom shop prices or outrageous numbers through an online distribution center.
How much would this guitar cost?
We're looking at about $850 as an entry level. With more volume, we'll be able to scale back and introduce an entry level model. So for somebody that wants to learn the electric guitar or maybe the bass guitar, they can purchase packages, which will decrease the price even further. But we're looking for an American-made product first and foremost, with it eventually branching out into more popularized ones like Mexican and Korean-made models.
Great.
Thank you.
Brandon, followed by Amanda,
Hi everyone, my name is Andre Wisdom. I'm here representing Just Fit. Imagine you in the corporate America, us guys, we have a problem finding the perfect dress shirt, right? It's either the sleeves are too long or the neck is too tight. So here at Just Fit, we believe we've developed an app to where you just scan yourself, get your body length, get your perfect size, and you order your shirt, and because there's no middleman, you don't have to waste time to go to Macy's or all those places. You just get the perfect shirt, and because of that, no middleman, you get quality at a cheaper price. So here at Just Fit, we're looking for a $20,000 investment, and we can get the process started.
Is there any products out there like that today?
Not to my knowledge. This is a concept in my head where I think it would be perfect, because when I just started working at Enterprise, I realized when I was buying shirts that it's either too tight of hair or too big, or the arms are too small or too long.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brandon. Tonight I'd like to talk to you about electric vehicles. So we know EVs are a growing trend in America and throughout the world, and it's predicted to be 40% of Americans will have EVs within the next decade, and that's about 130 million people here in the US, which is a huge market. But there's one issue with EVs, and that's their charging infrastructure. So right now, unless you own a Tesla, it's very hard to find a charger for your car, and when you do, they're typically a lot slower. So my business proposition starts in phase 1 with leasing chargers to businesses and municipalities. Leasing the chargers is a much more profitable model than relying on car charging subscriptions and single charges because of reduced overhead costs, and getting leases would be a greater value and more consistent. So I just asked for more time to discuss my idea, and are there any questions?
What are you envisioning the leasing terms to be? So is it long-term, are they short-term?
So that would be kind of dependent on what the customer would want, but I would start with a minimum of a 12-month lease, so just 1 year, just so they could test it out. But the lease would include the cost of the charger, so we wouldn't be producing chargers. We'd essentially kind of be a marketplace, so they get to pick and choose what chargers they would like. We would kind of be their advisors, and that would also include maintenance, so they would take care of any revenues they get from the actual charging would go to them, but we would be accepting revenues just for the lease itself.
So you would upcharge on the lease then to make
Correct.
money? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Amanda Lamar and I'm a student here at CCSU. The textbook industry is worth an estimated $7 to $10 billion, with each college student averaging $1,100 per year on textbooks. On average, bookstores buy back textbooks at less than 40% of sticker price. I, like many students, can't be bothered to sell back my textbooks at the end of the semester for such a low percentage of what I paid for it originally, waiting for a better solution to come along. Imagine a hub for buying, selling, or trading your used textbooks at the end of the semester in the palm of your hand. Introducing Textbook Trade, the easiest way to buy, sell, and trade your textbooks at the end of the semester in the palm of your hand, with students across the country and at your own school. You have the power to name your own price for your textbook, state what you're willing to pay for a used textbook, or trade textbooks with students at your own state or across the country. What makes us different from the big booksellers? We link students willing to trade books for free and take a small percentage of purchases made through the app. By developing a prototype here at CCSU, we can test the demand and then plan on expanding across Connecticut and across the United States. This has the potential to be huge and disrupt the textbook industry. Thank you.
Can you explain that free aspect again?
Yeah.
You mentioned
Yeah,
at the end.
so it's kind of like a hub. So you can put what you're willing to trade for, and if someone has the book that you're willing to trade for, and they somehow also have a book, you can trade for free, and you're linked. But then how we would make revenue, I'm planning on having the app be paid for, but then we take a percentage of purchases made through the app.
So the free stuff you wouldn't get any money on,
No, just the price of the app in there.
but maybe some advertising.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Catherine, you want to just say your whole name so we can?
Hi. Short people problem. Alright. Hi, my name is Catherine. Ladies, when an anniversary comes around or a birthday, perhaps a Father's Day, have you ever had a problem when you have absolutely no clue of what to get your significant other? I have the solution for you. Why not get them a bouquet? A special bouquet with their favorite beer, maybe their sports favorite jersey, or some snacks along with it. My floral shop, Flowers for You, will not only sell regular flowers arrangement that we all love, but we'll give you that little surprise for your special man. Because your special man deserves something special too. I'm asking for $20,000 to implement I'm sorry, the walk-in coolers for the shop. Thank you.
Are these only gifts for men?
No.
Also for women?
Yeah, you can have it for, like I said, you can get regular flower arrangements like we're all used to, or you can get, it's basically, when you get a flower arrangement, you can either get it in the regular vase, or you can get an actual box with the flowers inside with a little tube. Instead of getting the flowers inside, they will open the box and they will have kind of like a six-pack of beer for them. I mean, you can get it for a male or female, whoever you want. You can add, fun mobilia or snacks to go along with it.
Great.
You have a flower shop now?
I don't, but I do flower arrangements on the side for family and friends.
Okay, good.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amina Amatovic, and my company is Just Your Type. It is a dating website for anyone who's looking to find a partner of the same ethnic background. I'm sure everyone has heard of Match.com, whether they use it or not, but it only limits you to find someone within the same continent. Well, what if I told you Just Your Type doesn't? I'm a Bosnian American who has run into this problem plenty of times. It's not easy for an average American to date who has on top of working crazy hours, going to school, and trying to balance daily life, Just Your Type would narrow down your options to find a person with similar interests, ethnic backgrounds. We would provide an extra source of security with so many catfish attempts and international trafficking. Our app would allow you to be monitored and allow you with the click of a button without unlocking your phone to send alert for help. For example, my best friend works for an international company who travels for work, just like many who would like to find someone in Europe with similar interests like hers while keeping culture the same. But you don't necessarily need to only find the same culture. You can change or not specify either. In order to launch my app, I would need a lump sum around $100,000. Thank you.
Do other online dating apps offer that as one of the choices?
No, it's like, if, for example, for Match.com, you can only do it if you're the United States, or if you're in Europe. You can't actually combine the two together. So this would be kind of like how you use Facebook from different countries. It's kind of like a dating app for all of the countries. Because let's say you're on work in the United States, but your actual country is Europe. So you probably wouldn't be able to do the Match.com or just your type, for example, to find someone who, while you're at work, to see if you'll be compatible with someone and try dating doing that.
How are you gonna make money?
The app would cost per month.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
a charge.
Oh yeah, there would be a charge. Yeah, there would be a monthly fee. I'm not sure what that would be after, having to look into how much I would need to get the security aspect, to start the app and all of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, has anyone come in the room who thought they were going to pitch and hasn't yet? So everybody's pitched. So Mike, you want to escort the judges and facilitate a conversation, maybe in the hall there, and I'll do a little show and tell about our program. So first, I just want to say, wow, this was a lot of fun. And I know for many of you, there's a certain terror in being in front of the microphone. So everybody who walked up here, you got a little victory in your back pocket here. It's not easy to do. I mean, you probably have heard the cliches about, what people fear most in the world, most in their lives, and the number 2 thing is dying, and the number 1 thing is public speaking. So you'd rather be in the casket than give the eulogy, right? So, you've taken the step to come up here, and however you think you did just fine, all of you, truly. And the humor and some of the more outlandish things that were presented here, I enjoyed that. We need that. Because, it's the practice of being here. It's the practice of pitching. It's the practice of creativity. It's the being in front and doing this. So I really just applaud you all, and I'm proud to know that you're our students and that, the judges here are, I know they're impressed with your willingness to get up here and do this. So that's great. And there were a lot, I thought there were some very creative ideas, and so I want to talk to you for a minute about next steps with those creative ideas. So we have a number of competitions coming up in the near future. The first one I want to encourage you to consider is the statewide business plan competition. There's a deadline of November 28th. There's probably a URL you can't read on the screen there, but I will have it distributed. If your professors haven't already distributed it to you, I will get it distributed to you. Last year, you'll see a little trophy over on the podium where I was standing. Someone pitched in this competition, and I'm not even sure if she won, but I loved her idea and talked to her, and we got her in, and she won a state competition. The prize was over $2,000. I got the plexiglass, she got the cash. It's a good deal. And there are certainly some competition-worthy ideas here. So, and the work you're doing in your classes, I know that you are at a stage where over the next couple of weeks, you can spiff up what you've done here, put it into writing, and enter that competition. I strongly encourage you to do that. We have a real legacy of winning in this competition because you guys are so well prepared, because you come and you practice doing these pitches and get in front of people. And I and your professors will be reaching out to some of you individually, but anybody who thinks your idea has a chance to do this, you can come talk to me. Perhaps you want to know who I am. I'm Drew Harris. I'm the acting associate dean in the School of Business, but I've been teaching entrepreneurship here for 13 years and kind of making sure these events happen. So I'm always happy to have students enter these competitions to be a mentor, as is Mike Nicastro and Greg Berry and others on the faculty. At that same competition, there's going to be an elevator pitch competition, just like this. There's also a 1-minute pitch. There's a little bit more money at stake, $2,000 instead of our paltry $500. They do want you to sign up, but you don't have to do anything more than what you did here today. So I'd like to encourage you to come down and join in the elevator pitch competition. It's the same day. Let me go back here. It's on December 7th. It's a Friday. So it'll be in the afternoon down at Quinnipiac. So let me truly encourage you to do that and to talk with your professors about this. Or come talk to me. I'm on the second floor, room 210. During that same event, one of the things we piggybacked on was doing a venture capital competition. If any of you think it might be fun to look at being on the investment side of that, particularly if you might know a finance student who might like to join you, this competition gives you an entry into a regional competition in Boston. I'm pretty sure there's a prize. Will include some support for you to get there, but if they don't support you, we will if you won the regional one. So if any of you wanted to do that, come talk to me and we'll see about if we can't match you up with some people in finance. I said we've won a lot. So a couple of years ago, I just pulled in, these were all people who won anywhere from $1,000 to, I think one of those students won something like $5,000 at the state competition. And they all, so the guy on the left has a construction business now. The young woman next to me, she's been a serial entrepreneur. So the person who had the idea of facilitating trades with textbooks, she won a lot of money, and she spent a year trying to do that. You should talk to me before you spend much time going further with that idea, just saying. It's a well-worn path with no success yet. And the young woman back behind standing in it was worked for a while with Deep River as their marketing manager for Deep River potato chips. And she's actually come back and just finished up a master's degree in education. She decided she wanted to go and be a teacher, so that's kind of cool. So some other things that I want you to be aware of. We do have an entrepreneurship club on campus. So I know Ben is in the club. I don't know if anybody else in the room is in the club. You are, yeah. You're waving at him. You're not in the club. Okay. I haven't been to one of the meetings lately, but I'd really like to encourage you to join the club. We're looking at sending some students to conferences and or competitions outside of our region if we can get enough participation with the club. We have a concentration in entrepreneurship. I know a bunch of you are in that. I don't know if I need to say anything more about that. I do want to say something about a course that not enough of you have signed up for yet. So in the spring, we have this course called the Lean Launch Methodology. It's a really unique course. I'll talk about it a little bit more in a minute. But so other things here, we thought we had it set up for this year, but it will start next year, a minor in entrepreneurship, and that would be a minor whether you're in the School of Business or somewhere else, a 6-course sequence. And then next fall, there'll be an opportunity to do some interesting things. Actually, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for other co-curricular events where you can meet students from other schools, enter in short-term competitions or other kinds of class things. The Lean Launch Methodology, I think, rather than me talk about it, I'm going to put a video up here for a moment because I think you'll get a better idea of what this course is about by listening to other students talk about it. Hold on.
Scoured the earth looking for other institutions that are doing this, and we haven't been able to find anybody else who's sharing courses across colleges and universities. We're making history here today, and we're going to bang the drum loudly and let everyone know that you are part of something special and unique. We're going to change the way that education happens, and I'm so glad you're part of it.
When I walk around the room and I hear students saying, well, we just learned 10 minutes ago that this existed, I think, isn't it great that in a safe environment they're learning how to move forward in a business so that if they want to make a practical application, they've already gone through the process and researched
do?
So I took that class last semester, and it was my first class outside of the School of Education, and it made me change majors because I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so interesting. I'm actually learning something. I mean, obviously you're all already business majors, but I think it's a really great, high-quality course. And it's not like a ton of work. It was really fun. And I really enjoyed the class. And I mean, Dr. Harris was teaching it when I took it, and he's awesome. But I would highly recommend the class. It's a lot of fun to work with people from another school and like their professors, because otherwise you wouldn't be meeting these people.
So
I highly recommend that class.
Thank you, Brittany. Yeah. So the class has a unique structure. You'll meet the first Friday of the term. We're trying it on Fridays. We've been doing it on Saturdays previously, but we're trying this Friday thing. So January 25th, 9 to 11 on campus that get the course kicked off. You'll be given some work to do and some online studying to do. And then on February 8th, we'll meet down at Gateway Community College with the other 6 or 7 schools that are participating in this and really kick off projects there. There's a mixer matchmaking where we're both looking for partners and ideas, and out of that you form teams, and then you work on that. 2 weeks later, you come back and you do some more work on February 22nd, and then you get a week to polish up your idea. You come back on, we're doing a Friday, Saturday this semester. There's an option to stay overnight in Bridgeport if you want at the Holiday Inn. It's pretty nice downtown. We subsidize that, we being the Connecticut Consortia of Entrepreneurship Educators. And then you're done. You're done before spring break with one of your classes. There's no prerequisites, and it's most students who've taken this say things like Brittany says, like it's one of the best courses they've ever had. It's an incredible learning experience. And so there's plenty of room in the class. In fact, we need a couple more students to sign up to be sure that it runs. In my current role as Associate Dean, I haven't been publicizing this as widely as I could, and so this is a last-minute Hail Mary to get some folks signed up. It's open to all majors, so we have had students from across the campus, and I think I know we've got a couple of gerontology graduate certificate students in gerontology are thinking about it. We had MBA students and a student from MS in technology management was in it last year. So it's a great experience. It is a chance to work with professionals. We not only have the professors from the various colleges, but we bring in experts on things like intellectual property and marketing and how to do websites. So we've had people come in and help you with wireframes and help estimate the real cost of these things that you made up cost for tonight. So I'd like to encourage you, if you're not doing, if you don't have room in your schedule yet, or Fridays aren't available, but you think somebody might really want to have a transformational experience and learn about entrepreneurship, I encourage you to, tell them about this. It's not too late to sign up. So that was the end of my planned talk. Hopefully the judges will be back momentarily. They're coming. Wow, that's never been so perfectly timed. So again, let me congratulate all of you before they come back in. They're probably going to say some things about this, hopefully give you some feedback, but thank you for coming, and I'm pretty sure there's still a lot of pizza over there. So when we're done here, you don't have to run out, get some pizza and take some with you. So, judges.
Judges.
Usually we
give you the stuff to read?
Yeah. Well, so we like it when you give the students some general and/or specific feedback. You ask some questions. You heard a lot of pitches, and then let's hear who won.
I'd actually like to start with a little feedback, just in general. I do a lot of speech coaching and have for 40 years. And most of you may be aware, but public speaking is humans' #1 fear. Confirmed by Bruskin research, blah, 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 all the kind of stuff you need to find in the academic world as far as your courses, quote your sources. But first of all, to get up there and be asked to compress it into a minute and completely communicate the thought, I actually feel like that it was clear that, A, you thought through it, you wrote it out, and you rehearsed it. I also was in the television business for a long time, and think about any actor that's going to go on stage. rehearses for 4 weeks before they actually go to the first preview performance. So anytime you're getting ready to get up and give one of the scariest events of your life, I want you to rehearse, whether you rehearse in front of a mirror, rehearse in front of the shower, rehearse in front of your spouse or your friend. Those are the kinds of things that are vital in your ability to give confidence to the audience that they should be investing in your business. So congratulations on all of you that got up and did that, including the lady that sat back down. You got up, you got started, your mind goes blank. One thing I would suggest that you might want to think about in the future, and for all of you, is that if you find a moment where you're paused, take a deep breath, because what you've done is you've driven yourself to a point where your vocal cords get a little tight, your voice goes up, and your diaphragm essentially exhausts all the oxygen you had in your lungs. And if you take a really deep breath, it will relax you, and it'll give your brain a moment to think about what is the right next word you want to say. So breathing as a technique in order to deliver properly is really, really key. But congratulations, you guys did a great job. Other thoughts?
I just wanted to say that so many of you, sort of once we started asking you questions, you really relaxed, and I think it's easier said than done to try to channel that into your actual presentation, but it was so clear once we started asking questions that you guys had really researched and thought about all these things, and in the future, if you can sort of try to channel that more informal conversational aspect of the presentation, I think that would be great, because you all did fantastic, both in the presentations and in the questioning as well.
I'll just say that a lot of the ideas are really creative and original, and I was pretty surprised by that and encouraged for our future. So I appreciate that. And then I would just say, if you could just come and know your market a little bit better when you are giving these presentations, know your competitors, where you're going to locate, how big the size of the market is, what's driving their decisions, that would go a long way with me and a lot of the judges. So just something to think about. But very encouraged with what I heard. Didn't expect that.
Yes, I was very impressed also, and I wanted to make an announcement. We mentioned earlier that I would do this. There is something called the Global Student Entrepreneurs Awards, and it's put on by a group called the Entrepreneurs Organization, and the Connecticut chapter is holding their, similar to this, only you actually get longer than 1 minute to do your presentation. It's on December 12th, and the winner then goes on to compete regionally with other chapter winners, and if you're one of the finalists, you go to, this year it's Macau, China, and some really interesting things have happened to past winners. So if you're interested, maybe just come up and see me. You have to certain qualifications. You have to be a student, can be a grad student or regular student. You have to have a business that has secured either $500 in revenue so far, so you've done $500 in sales, or $1,000 in venture backing, and you're principally responsible for that business. So it's kind of like this, maybe the next step, but I would encourage you to compete. Last year, I think we only had 4 or 5 people competing, and one person's going to win. So there's some money on the Connecticut level, and if you go further, you also can get some mentorships out of this. So I can give you more details on it. If you're interested, come just see me quick afterwards.
This is a fabulous opportunity, and Karen being engaged with us has really brought this in focus for us. She's a member of the Connecticut EO organization, and we have other friends there. So those of you who have existing businesses, and I heard pitches, I don't remember which ones where you've got revenue, but really, really consider this. It's a lot of fun, and I think the school can help you get to these things if you get to go to the next regions as well. So
Well, it's paid for. If you do win and you go to the next thing, it's paid for.
Even better.
So even the trip to China is paid for. And that in itself, you'll be in a room with about 1,000 really highly successful global entrepreneurs from multiple countries. So if you have a good idea, somebody's probably going to come up and say, hey, let's figure it out. So
The winners?
Who's winning?
We broke it into 3 categories. We thought a lifestyle business, a business that has a scalable capability, and then something that was very original. So the $200 winner, I think, for the lifestyle was Richard Duskett, and Richard was talked about needing the money to create a food truck that had an original, So 20 years from now, when you've got 40 food trucks running around Connecticut, serving hash brown, whatever it was in the mornings, eggs, there we go, omelets. Best of luck. Second one was the interchangeable guitar. We think that's probably a business that will scale. Austin, nice guy. You also know that business pretty well, and it sounds like to me you've got some things already in mind on how to make it work, and we're pleased with that one. And the last was the original business, which is the original sauce, which is Catherine. And those are the three. Did I remember them correctly?
Yeah,
Okay. We got them correctly. So, would it be reasonable if they want to ask us any questions about sort of what the entrepreneurial world is about?
Yeah, so to the extent you guys are willing to stay here,
Sure.
I would like for the three winners to come up. Let's get a quick picture with the judges and the three winners. And before we do that, let's thank our judges for coming out and spending their evening with us. Thank you so much. And maybe we could grab a quick picture, and any of you want to talk to these folks to the extent that they're willing to stay, and they seem willing, come talk to them. Yeah.
Photo and logo.